What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the best teams you should be focusing on right now. This is for September of 2022. We know of a new team coming out within this next patch. We also know of Red Hulk coming as well with his Scourge. We're going to talk about those two teams, talk about how to handle your resources based on what we need for the upcoming Apocalypse Saga, and just kind of break it all down, kind of give you guys a roadmap of what teams you should be prioritizing right now. There's a lot of characters, a lot of teams coming out, and they are making sure that we have to have certain teams built up in order to complete this Apocalypse Saga. We're going to break that all down in today's video. If you guys find this video helpful or informative, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Let's dive right into it. So let's start by talking about the new team that we know for sure is coming this next patch, and that is going to be the Tangled Web team. Now, this is going to be a Cosmic Crucible team, and honestly, how I'm handling this right now is that I'm focusing on only one of these characters. The other two, they look pretty good. It's going to be a very strong team overall. They've got some Cosmic Crucible bonuses, but even without the Crucible bonuses, they're still going to be a powerful team. And the one character I'm really going to focus on is going to be Spider Weaver, because for the simple fact that she is required for the Apocalypse Saga. This is a Marvel Strike Force exclusive character. It is a Native American Spider-Verse character. It's honestly, it's really cool what they're doing here with this character. But you know, she gives accuracy penalty to the enemy team, and she can build up charge. She does a lot of damage. She can apply stun and trauma. Very good kit overall. I'm not really going to dive into that, but this right here confirmed that she will be needed for the Apocalypse Saga. There will be, we know we have to use the Horseman teams, and they said there will be additional strike characters. We don't know who those are. There's going to be like Kestrel, there's going to be some kind of strike team separately from everything, but they have confirmed that we know that they will be requiring Spider Weaver. So this is a character that if you are chasing Apocalypse, you are going to have to build up. Now, the other two characters on this Tangled Web team are Spider-Man 2099 and Spider-Man Noir. Both these characters, overall, the kits look great, but these are characters that do not need to be built up for the Apocalypse Saga. So right now, my focus with this team is going to be on Spider Weaver. And honestly, she's kind of a great plug-and-play character as well, because there's a lot of stuff in here where she's like healing. There's, let me see, where is it here? Yeah, when this character has charge, lower accuracy by 100% for all enemies. When an enemy misses, lose one charge. She gains bonus max health, but she's not relying on Tangled Web allies really for a lot of these things. So she's going to be a pretty strong plug and play character. At least that's what my belief is here. A lot like Kestrel is. So you know, I'm not really feeling like I'm missing out on a lot by not building up that full team. If you are chasing Crucible, this is probably going to be one of the better teams, but we already have a Crucible team that you need to be building, and that's going to be Unlimited X-Men because they are a Horseman team. And honestly, if you haven't built Wakandans at this point, I would stop, because this team's way better than Wakandans. This could be a very strong defensive team, I think. But yeah, she's going to be Global Mystic. Spider-Man Noir is going to be a Hero City Bio, and Spider-Man Noir is Hero City Mystic. So again, keep that in mind with your gear as well. We need Mystic gear for Darkhold. Now you're going to need Mystic gear for at least Spider Weaver, and if you want to build up Spider-Man Noir, you're going to need that Mystic gear for him as well. The other thing to mention is going to be Red Hulk. I did a video yesterday talking about how a 4-person Gamma team is already dominant in war. When Red Hulk shows up, this will hands down be the Apex war team. They will destroy, they'll run right over Darkhold, your Dormammu teams. They are going to crush it in war. And they look like they're going to be a very strong war defense team, which is unfortunate, but there are also a lot of war offense bonuses with this team. So this is going to be your go-to war team. And this is going to be a lot of bio gear. All 4 of the Gamma characters we have so far are bio characters. Red Hulk is not any different. He is a global bio brawler. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. And, yeah, this guy's going to be pretty crazy. And being a Horseman, you're going to need the full Gamma team to unlock Apocalypse in the future. So, with all that being said, what should you be focusing on? Well, obviously, your Horseman teams. So Darkhold, Unlimited X-Men, and your Gamma teams. And with your Scourge teams, right now the best, Morgan's the trickiest of the Scourge teams. If you're still working on getting Morgan built up, you have to build up Web Warriors and Dark Hunters. Now, Web Warriors is a bio raid team, and honestly, you can get pretty far with your Web Warriors. Oh my gosh, get out of here. So your Web Warriors are your go-to bio raid team. There have been questions about how Gamma will perform as a bio raid team. In my experience, because I've actually been getting this question quite a few times, in my experience so far, and I have tier 16 Gamma characters, they are not it for the bio raid. Maybe when Red Hulk shows up, it will be better, but right now, they don't have they all are a lot of single target damage. There's not a lot of area of effect. They don't have a lot of sustain for what you're looking for in those bio raid nodes. They can't really make progress. So I'm not gonna say you need to be building up Gamma for bio. They make a great cleanup team if your Web Warriors fall, but also that second node in bio is bugged, and when that gets fixed, hopefully that makes the Web Warriors quite a bit better in node 2. But yeah, right now, if you're trying to clear the bio nodes, you need to be focusing on Web Warriors. I'm not feeling Gamma. I don't think they're going to be I can see the appeal of Red Hulk with a bio raid team, but right now, Gamma's just not it for the raid. So Web Warriors is one of the teams you need to be building up for your Apocalypse Saga, getting your Scourge done for Morgan Le Fay, and the other team is going to be Dark Hunter, which actually got a buff. And I will say, I used Web Warriors in Node 5, and I used Dark Hunters in Node 10 to clear things up. With Mordo, they do get a bit better. They get some bonus focus. Mordo does get some bonus damage. You also get that stun and blind with him on his special. There's heal block with his ultimate. Overall, Mordo has made it a little bit easier. Not enough that's worth making a video on it, but it's definitely a team that will be able to clear Node 10 quite a bit easier now in that Morgan Le Fay Scourge. If you're looking for the Scourge with Rogue, really all you need to be building up is Young Avengers. Young Avengers, great sustain. They're going to carry you through there. And then in the third Scourge, which is going to be Red Hulk, well, this is where things get a little more interesting. You need Wave 1 Avengers, Hero Asgardians, or Ravagers. And honestly, right now, your best bet is going to be a combination of Hero Asgardians and Wave 1 Avengers. My thoughts are going to be Hulk, Thor, Mighty Thor, probably bring in Black Widow, and then like Valkyrie, or maybe even like Captain America, something like that. And Fistbot's going to be a little more flexible, but you know, most of your Wave 1 Avengers are getting buffs now. Like Black Widow got a buff when Skeletal came out. Hulk got a big buff with Gamma. Thor got a buff with Hero Asgardians when that team arrived, with Mighty Thor and Valkyrie coming into the game. So that's going to be your go-to Scourge team for that. What we know so far in terms of the fourth Scourge, we're betting it's going to be a Mutant raid team. They said each Horseman's going to be important in a different game mode. The one mode we haven't had touched yet is going to be raids, and Mutants are struggling. A lot of data mines are showing that Archangel is going to be your fourth Horseman, and hopefully it's going to be like an Excalibur raid team. We'll see what happens, but if there's any team that's going to be needed to clear your Death Horseman Scourge, it's going to be Bionic Avengers. This is a raid team, amazing outside of war, but really this is overall, like, this is going to be your go-to Scourge team for that fourth Horseman. And they have a lot of sustain with ability energy. There's barrier with Hulkbuster. This is a great team overall. No regrets in building this team up. Plus, it's the tech raid team, and they just absolutely walk over the Doom 3 tech nodes. Now, one thing to note with these characters is that there's a lot of overlap between this team and Gamma in terms of the uniques they have to use. You can see both my Iron Man and Vision are at tier 15. That is because their uniques are both the Gamma Radiation, which you need for both Hulk and Abomination. Now, on top of that, you also have Hulkbuster, which uses Gravitonium. I believe that's the right name. Yeah, the Gravitonium crystals. Yeah, which also She-Hulk needs. So what I've actually been doing, and because you need to build up Gamma, you need all your Horseman teams at tier 16 to unlock your Apocalypse at 5 yellow stars, 2 red stars. what I've actually done with to help kind of make things a little bit easier is that I went and pre-crafted the tier 17 unique piece for She-Hulk. That way I had her uniques out of the way, and then I knew what I had left, and I could use that to build up Hulkbuster if needed. Now, we don't know what the unique is going to be for Red Hulk yet. Probably going to be Gamma Radiation. We'll see what they do with it. But, you know, keep that in mind. Your main priority in terms of tier 16 needs to be your Horseman teams. So, Unlimited X-Men, your Darkhold, your Gamma teams, they all need to be at tier 16 first. And that is going to kind of dictate where your teal gear goes right now. And that's also going to kind of, especially if you haven't cleared Dark Dimension 5 yet, that's going to kind of dictate who you're going to bring in. Because you need tier 16 for Dark Dimension, but while Dormammu's great, like, we're getting much more powerful characters. Apocalypse, there's no way Dormammu is going to be more powerful than Apocalypse. We're already getting characters that can clear the revive once mechanic. Like, for example, Hulk can clear it. I believe Spider-Weaver has something in her kit, I think, that can clear it. There's a lot of characters that block revives. So this is pretty much a team that, honestly, like, you've got to put your tier 16 towards your Horseman teams right now. And that kind of gets back to our Mutant Raid team. And what I've been doing for this is that I've been using a combination of Astonishing X-Men and Unlimited X-Men. I've been using Rogue and Gambit with Jubilee, Beast, and Iceman for my mutant nodes. This team holds up pretty well, and we have the added benefit of 2 of those characters on that team being Unlimited X-Men. Now, I'm just guessing, but if this is going to be an Excalibur team with Archangel, I'm hoping at least Jubilee goes on that team. Maybe Beast as well. Each Horseman team does bring in some characters we already have in the game and introduces several new characters. So I'm betting that Jubilee and at least Beast will be on that team. I don't know. But I also have to build up these characters because I need to clear the Doom 3 raids, because without clearing the Doom 3 raids, you're not getting your tier 17 unique orbs. So you've really got to build up your mutant raid teams. And while they struggle, you got to do what you got to do. So I'm making it easier by bringing in at least a couple of Horseman characters with my mutants to at least help clear things a little bit easier. And yeah, that's it's gonna be a pain, but it is what it is. In terms of my Mystic Raid team, I'm using like Dormhold, and then I'm using Eternals with New Warriors to clear the boss node. And the skill nodes, I'm using Secret Avengers with Kestrel, and then like Shang-Chi or Zemo based on what node I'm fighting. There's really nothing else to go into detail there. Now, one other thing we do have to mention is that War did get a nice little boost recently in terms of buffs. They have said that the T4s, the ranking rewards for T4s need to be adjusted. They will be buffing those to help make up for the fact that we don't get T4s after every war. But now we get T2.4 ions. We get tier 1 green ions. So, like, War is very much, it's worth getting into now. So, like, you can see here, right now, if we win this war, we get 35k of the T2 level 4 ions. We only get 21k if we lose. But those are pretty valuable because we need to also build up the ions on our characters for sagas and scourges and or not really the scourge, but the sagas and everything. We've got to build up ions as well. So like you gotta really build up those 2.4 ions. So it's nice to see that we're now getting some here through War, and Cosmic Crucible does the same thing. And honestly, right now, Crucible is a little bit better to build up for because you're also able to use those credits to buy those tier 17 teal uniques, which you need to build up if you're going to get a 7-star Apocalypse. You have to have your Horseman teams plus those strike characters at tier 17 to get a 7-star Apocalypse. Luckily, you only need tier 16 to get him unlocked, but if you want that really strong Apocalypse, you're going to be pushing for tier 17. So at this point, I'd say Crucible is still a little more worthwhile than War. The gap has definitely closed. War is definitely a lot better because of those rewards, especially with those 2.4 ions and a lot of T4s from War as well. But Crucible, with those Cosmic Crucible credits and what you can get with them, oh my gosh, stop with the offers. is just a little bit better. Yeah, plus, I mean, you're getting the... Well, I mean, you can get these from the War Store as well, but your Tier 17 uniques are right down here. The only other way you can get these is by clearing Doom 3, any of the Doom 3 raids, and you'll end up getting Teal Elite Orbs, which will give you mini uniques for both Tier 16 and Tier 17. So right now, raids are still the most important game mode that you should be building up for, because the rewards are just way better than anything else we get in the game. You do get a lot of teal gear from Crucible as well, which is why Crucible is a little bit more important than War right now, but War has gotten a bit better because of those ions. So your main priority should always be building up your raid teams after you build up your Horseman teams. You got to get those Horseman teams up and double dip on any raid team. So like your Scourge team with Bionic Avengers, build that up because that's going to get you the 4th Horseman, which very likely is going to be a Mutant raid team, but also it's going to let you build up a tech raid team that's going to get you the Horseman unlocked. So that's going to kind of finish up this video. If you guys have questions about certain teams, like which characters do you want to build up, red stars, anything like that, make sure to drop them down below in the comments section. Again, if you guys have enjoyed this video, you found it helpful or informative, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.